Who is it? Vinny!
Hey, dude, are you there?
Hey, what's up,
I'm
my
here,
brother?
man.
How are you,
Dude,
man?
I don't have a scary story, man.
I was like, I'm gonna have pretty much a heart attack. I'm like having a heart attack, but I can't scream or anything. Basically, laying on the floor, panicking.
Oh!
No, you weren't. You weren't. You built the place. I haven't seen the Hopi in thousands of years. Don't make fun of my people. Period.
Sorry,
I'll pull out
grandfather.
your ass and cut you up into little bitty bits.
Facebook page down because people said Richie from Boston's gay. He's gay. I'm gay. I'm a gay man.
And I mean, yeah, I mean, you can prosecute me for that if you like.
No, it's not why I'm doing that. I'm just saying there's a lot of...
That is what you did.
Bigelow started buying websites, including one in British Columbia, Canada. So all of a sudden, this kind of triggered Brian Vike.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We've got a special report for you. We've got a few UFO videos that we want to share with you.
Welcome back, everybody. Blake Cousins, along with Orlando Smith and Brent Cousins, we're going to be going over incredible imagery.
Third phase of moon. Third phase of moon.
Ten, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Lights. All right. Welcome to GUFON, everybody. It is, did you hear that? I mean, did I sound like I was speed talking? That's what I just heard. I heard an echo of me speed talking. Yeah, man. Trippy dippy. Well, it is Monday, the 26th of August, the year of our Lord Zitch, 2024. Welcome to Monday. Hey, turn that frown upside down. Everything's going to be all right. Ooh, my eyes is red. Why do I look so weird? I got to put on some glasses. Something's wrong. That's because I just woke up from a nap. And these new lights, I got to adjust. And I got to get a new face. Other than that, look at, yeah, I got these. When did I get this? Because I lost all this weight. There we go. Hey, everybody. It's true. Look. I'm so drawn and old now. All right, everybody. Welcome to GUFON. My name's Rich Giordano. I'm 91 years young. I never thought I'd be doing this 26 years later. Sorry. Sometimes I forget who I am. Can you imagine? It's over, everybody. So I made out my will today for my UFO stuff. And I picked somebody to be that person to watch over my goods if I were to pass away. Hey, you never know, man. I say a lot of people die. My theory on life. Look, what the fuck? Why do I look like a totally different person tonight? I'm freaking out. This isn't me, everybody. I don't know who this guy is who took over. It's an imposter. Let's see something. Can we turn up the wattage maybe and drown it out? Let's drown that out. Oh, there, it's working. It's working! But the whole room's lit up. All right, much better. That's what you do with bright lights and cheap sunglasses, folks. All right. You know, tonight's just to get you back into the mood of ufology. Something's a tad askew. Lou. Let me try this. Hold on. All right, that's better. I'll go with that. Yeah, I can still see it. Who cares? I don't want it that bright. We don't need it that bright. We don't need no stinking lights. We'll just do it, huh? You're gonna do the show anyway you want to do it. Everybody's gonna be okay with that, Chief. You just keep doing you. You do you, we do us. We all do each other. At the end of the day, it's a gangbang. What? It's a yangbang. A yang bang. See? I like that. I like that. Thanks, Jaime. Huh. It's Scarface to you. All right, Scarface. Hey, what movie's this from? Lighten up, Francis. If anybody gets that, you're pretty good. But you see, a lot of people are going to cheat. They're going to go, what's that mean? Lighten up, Francis. Oh, it's from the movie Stripes. That was when they was going to meet the sergeant. And the sergeant was telling them all they were going to be in boot camp. Boot camps. They were going to be trained by him. Nobody else wanted the group but him. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and all the other guys. Remember that movie Stripes? 1980-something, maybe two. Good movie. That was one of the best movies for fun and entertainment. John Candy. It was basically, you know, they basically had Ghostbusters team there. Now, I know John Candy wasn't a Ghostbuster, but didn't he play the Stay Puft Marshmallow guy at the end? All right, let's do a little roll call, shall we? Who's here tonight? Paula Faust. Giddy up, Paula. Sky Allen. Giddy up. Jeanette, the angel of GUFON, giddy up. Philip Swain, giddy up. Kelly Lewis, giddy up. Apostate Plus Tax and License, giddy up. Samo Gufonian, Rockstar, giddy up. Zuzi, Kingdom, giddy up. Paul Callaghan, Dash Fowler. Lou's face has been on my feed all week. I gotta salute that kind of pull. The dog. You gotta love it. Welcome to the show. The book came out last week, yeah. Last Tuesday. Well, look. Mainstream media gave Lou no attention. That sucked for ufology. David Wilcox, not Wilcox, the Landmaster's back on land. Welcome to the show. Oh, I wasn't doing that tonight. Giddy up. Paula Faust, giddy up. Boo player 3, 6, 1, giddy up. All right, Ben, the Yorkshire Gufonian. Giddy up. Good to see you, Chief. Dinkamazi. Hey, how you doing, man? Where you been? Doing good? Hiding? I know I saw you yesterday. Sunday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, well, yesterday was a member show. What's up, Dan? Now, yesterday's member show, I have to admit, my fault. little lackluster, I think. Wasn't like the others. Something was wrong. I don't know what was wrong with me yesterday. It's the same thing today. What is wrong with me? All right, let's get going. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. Murder Hornet. Giddy up. It means I got a lot of show to do. And we do. McGurk, 72. Giddy up. Marcel. Giddy up. Alfie Joe Bob. Giddy up. All right, let's giddy-o. Let's giddy-o. Nobody does the giddy up. Hello. Stupid show. Yeah, I was thinking of revamping. Not because we're shadow banned, just because, and I was thinking of changing the name, trying to go legit. I was going to wear a tie. Yeah, I was going to wear a crisp white folded iron shirt. Not folded, unfolded. Pressed, dry cleaned. Can you imagine? Remember when remember when what was that? That was the Lue Reviews now, but what did they call that stupid show? Celebrity Review. And one day, all of a sudden, they were dressed like me one day, right? And the next day, they're all wearing like ties and suits or whatever. Like they all dress nice. Oh, we got to do that for Lou. Remember? If I'm coming on your show, I want to be on a professional looking show. Oh, yeah. Then you go over to Uncle Fester's show over there. Lou, what kind of shit's that? Oh, that was fun. That was a good time. How come Fessler always looks like he's sweating, like he just ate the hottest, like jalapeno? Oh, he did just eat a hot jalapeno. A hot jalapeno. A hot jalapeno. Hot jalapeno and a weenie. Probably got it in his eye. It burned. He was sweating. It's hot. I get it. I've been there. Just not on that end of it. Oh, I gotta be good tonight. I'm not in the mood to be a bad person. Always gonna be bad from here on out because you never know when you're gonna die. You can die anytime. So say what you gotta say. Get it out. If they shadow ban, that's because you're not the man they want you to be. You just have to accept you're not gonna go anywhere. So I did some more UFO hunting. Nothing. I thought I saw something, didn't see anything. Very frustrating. Actually, that's a very good video that I could post that and look like the greatest UFO guy ever. And it looks like a UFO until it's an airplane. And it's like, oh, wow. All I had to do was wait 5 seconds. And it went from UFO to airplane. Because it turned the lights off. And in the way, it was kind of foggy, not really. But it was a mist in the air, so it enhanced the way this thing looked from a distance. And it must have it just took off, obviously. And I didn't expect that because we don't have big airplanes like that come into where I live. Even though there's an airport 6 miles from where I live, it usually does small craft, Cessnas, 2 props, no DC-10s or any shuttle landings over here. All right, well, at the Cape, maybe. So they're still going nuts over Lou, Dan. Everybody. Joe Monk's here. What do you say, Jay? Jay. Joe. Jay is in, the initial. It's a Lou Fest out there. I don't understand it, though. I mean, I do. Because I figured we would go a good week talking. I said that last week. We'll have the whole week. But we didn't, did we? There was 2 days. Has the book been out more than a week? Oh, it just came out. Hold on, Nick. I'm a little... Hold on. Don't know how this video got into my email. I didn't send it. It says I sent it to me. Oh, this. Oh, wow. I didn't realize I sent this to myself. It's not for this show. It's for... All right. I'm going to show you a UFO video. You're going to tell me if it's fake or real. A UFO sighting on a WISE cam, WYZE, infrared, unedited, 10 minutes. Strange object at 5:30 p.m. Another at 1:30, or doesn't say a.m. or p.m. I'm just assuming. Not Starlink or usual satellite traffic. High speed, odd direction. Check it out. You know, satellites go in all directions, people. No, they don't go north to south. Keep telling yourself that. Oh, I love people. No, they track satellites that go north and south. They just don't have it. Yes, they do. You just aren't allowed to know about it. In Russia, China, United States, all of the above. And they all do it. And nobody's supposed to fly over the North Pole. Santa's there. South Pole, you got the entrance to, center of the earth. Check this out. People are claiming these are UFOs. They say fast speeds, odd direction. You tell me. Infrared at night, 5:30 p.m. Oh my God. Somebody just pull my eyelids off one at a time. Nice. Yeah. Nice. Go ahead. Very close to the camera. I'm not buying this at all. And by the way, to me, that kind of looks like a drone, but, kids. See, and if you look at it, I got the big screen on over here. And it, to me, looks like there was some propeller action. I'm not buying it. It could be a bug, which is what I initially thought. Do bugs hover? Yes. Do bugs make direction changes and stop on a dime? They do. I have a video that I swore was a UFO for the longest time. And I still don't know. But it has to be a bug because I've seen other bugs act that way. Now, did I steal somebody else's video and put it on my channel and say, oh, look at what I captured? Remember when Fat Fuck Tony did that? Well, I just borrowed the other guy. You didn't borrow nothing. You called that your own video. Well, I didn't do that, right? All right. But these people, that looks like bugs to me. Or a drone. Wait, hold on. Go back to that, Rich. Why? Just go back to it. All right. Don't talk to yourself. They're looking right at you. All right. It's weak, though. See, this is what bothers me about this video. And many like it. Have you ever noticed the better the claim and the more action you see, like here we see an object making some turns and then it stops, right? How come every time a video has a supposed UFO that's supposed to do this, we can't see any detail at all? We just have to base everything on faith. See, I don't like that. It's BS. Whatever this is, I'm not buying it. I mean, it's got drone qualities to it. See right here? That's a drone. That's a drone making a turn. That's, nothing major right there. There was no major maneuvers, nothing happening. And could a bug stay hovering like that? Absolutely. And they do. Could this be a bug? 1,000,000% yes. How do I know? Well, bugs like to stay close to their born location. So if they were born around a tree in this area, most likely they're going to stay around the perimeter or as long as the roots go to that tree. Have you ever heard that? They go as far as the roots go. It's an old farmer's term. Don't look it up. I just made that up. All right. So, I'm not buying it. I see bugs. I see drones. I see something. Nothing rhymes with that. Damn it. Well, I hope that wet your palate. I know it did mine. What are you guys saying over there in the chat room? Anybody? No. Hi, everybody. Look, I've seen the metal orb now. They look like they go like the videos. Looks like it's an invisible line, but I don't know. Drones are able to ignore physics. Well, I haven't seen any drones. I've seen the metal orb now. Well, you got to record it. They go like the videos, like balloons. Because on the videos, they don't do anything. They really don't. They just go in one direction. Okay, I've never seen anything from those orbs at all. And by the way, every one we've seen can't be proven to be a UFO. A drone maybe, yeah, but I haven't seen any videos where there's that kind of. If you've seen it, great. We need to get it on video now, Unfortunately, I missed my chance too. So I've had my orbs. Orb, I should say. God, that was so you have this experience. The orb experience my wife and I had when I first got into this field. It was almost as if, and she and I talked about it for like 2.5 hours because we couldn't sleep, and she just got up and started getting ready for work at 5:30 in the morning. She goes, does it have anything to do with your video recordings? And I'm like, what do you mean? I don't know what I have. I have dots. I kept telling her, just dots. Probably satellites. I don't know. I go, I can't explain it. Blame me for it. I'm not blaming you. I said, well, I've heard of people who get involved in this field for other reasons they're not even sure of. Like, some people get in this field and they're like, they don't remember why they got into it. They know they have an interest, but then they realize that they were abducted. They realize that it's been going on their whole life, their whole entire lives. And it just so happens, they become a voice for other people. It's almost like a movement within a movement. It's almost like people who are abducted come back, and they tell their story, and you believe it, you don't believe it, you don't know, whatever. But the message gets into people, it gets into their mind, and they'll spread it. And that story spreads. And the legend of the aliens, the grays, the tall whites, and all that, just it grows in our lore and our world, and all different perspectives and ideas, and people being attacked by all different creatures and abducted by all different types of aliens. My God, I think there's 50 different species plus that are around the earth, guarding the entire earth. There's always a few out there that are trying to go rogue and, break that bond that we have between aliens and humans. We had a deal. You can take the bodies if we get the technology. You said it, one at a time. Can't take hundreds of people at a time. Can't have a whole town missing. By the way, we're going to talk about that Corrales thing or whatever happened over there in Brazil in 1977. That was pretty I mean, that's amazing. It's real. Well, pull it up. Colaris, yeah. Did you hear Greer? What happened with Greer? And that, remember the alien Bijou or whatever the frig the thing is? Oh, this isn't not a joke. There are psychics that are saying, coming to Greer, saying, why did you kill Bijou? He's like, I didn't kill Bijou, however you call him. Well, they said we found him dead, shot 7 times in their dreams. Well, dreams or not, the reality is it happened. And those people were hit with a psychic message, and Greer is now trying to explain to authorities what had happened. So check it out and listen to what the actual live interaction.
It's a day of mourning across the cosmos as beloved alien celebrity Bijou, the extraterrestrial, was found dead on the outskirts of Wyoming. We've obtained a leaked audio recording from a nearby trail camera, and what you're about to hear may disturb you.
Please don't hurt me, please. I will do whatever you say, but no more pain.
You think you know pain? Remember what you did to me?
I'm so sorry, Papa. I didn't mean to. I swear it.
Take one to the knee and say you're sorry.
Papa, please. I'm your little Bijou. Ouch. Papa, no!
It's a day of mourning.
I know it was hard to listen to, but I want you to hear the ouch heard around the world before he took his last breath. Some people call this an intuitive ouch. Like the ouch, he knew. If you listen to it, Bijou says ouch before the shot comes out. And just take a listen.
Extraterrestrial was found dead on the outskirts of Wyoming. We've obtained a leaked audio recording from a nearby trail camera, and what you're about to hear may disturb you.
Please don't hurt me, please. I will do whatever you say, but no more pain.
You think you know pain? Remember what you did to me?
I'm so sorry, Papa. I didn't mean to. I swear it.
Take one to the knee and say you're sorry.
Papa, please. I'm your little Bijou. Ouch. Papa.
At the same time, you could hear the ouch and the gunshot. Ouch and the gunshot.
Please, I'm your little Bijou. Ouch. Bijou. Ouch. Bijou. Ouch. Bijou. Ouch. Bijou. Ouch.
Some are saying that was a psychic cry for help. Others felt that shot around the world, called in to CNBC, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, Telenews, Telecast, Telemundo. Poor Bijou, we will miss you greatly.
Bijou, ouch.
Sad. Sad. As we mourn the loss of Bijou, we deal with the loss of another, Lue Elizondo. The book has killed the career of a once hero of ufology. I can't do it. Who wrote this shit? I'm joking. All right.
Ouch. Ouch. Please don't hurt me. Ouch.
Love that ouch. Heard around the world. You know, I think once a week I need to play a clip from a movie from the 80s that was iconic about things we never knew. And I think I like that. I think we should go back to where we were when times were simpler, easier, better, and I gotta tell you, it's a lot more exciting. Remember Back to the Future?
Did you know for Back to the Future Part 3, Clint Eastwood was asked for permission about his name being used for Marty in the film. He consented and was said to be tickled by the homage. 2. According to the book Billy Gibbons' Rock and Roll Gearhead, ZZ Top was hanging around the set and was asked to be the town band. During one take, the camera broke. While waiting for the camera to be repaired, Michael J. Fox asked if they would play Hey Good Lookin', which they did. Afterwards, more requests were played. 2 hours later, someone inquired if the camera had been repaired. Robert Zemeckis replied that it had been fixed for quite a while. He just didn't want to stop the party that had evolved. 3. When filming the scene where Buford Mad Dog Tannen tries to lynch Marty, Michael J. Fox was accidentally hanged, rendering him unconscious for a short time. He records this in his autobiography, Lucky Man. 4. Marty uses a Frisbee pie plate to knock a gun out of Mad Dog's hand. In 1871, the Frisbee Pie Company started in Connecticut. Did you know for...
I love those clips. I didn't know all of that. Well, I did, but I didn't know the Frisbee, okay? Poor Michael J. Fox. God. Going through all that. It's amazing. It's amazing. All right. Let's get a little serious now. Seriously. Let's get a little serious. Okay, wow. Oh, wow. Wait, where? Oh, wow. I forgot I had this. Oh, I was going to save that for... Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. I'm just looking at some things I forgot that I put in real early. And didn't realize I was going to have those here. All right. Where do we go now? This is stupid. Okay. Oh, no. Did you hear about this guy? This little old man. He's a Japanese man. Claims he was abducted by aliens and asked when the world would end. He asked them, when will the world end? Why do people think the world is going to end? The world ends in about, well, when the sun ends. What is that, 5 billion years from now? 10 billion? Anyway, he asks that question to the aliens, and he established a completely natural method of growing apples and nurtured many successors. His name is Akanori Kimura, and he's our guest tonight. Hey, Nakamori! I'm joking, he's not. But it's a really, you know who I think this is? Can anybody tell me if they think this might be he's gone, he passed away. But at first glance, I almost thought it was the singer of Linkin Park, right? What's his name again? I can't remember. I thought it was him, but it isn't. Sorry. I thought it was. When you look on a phone and you're looking down, you're like, who are they? Oh, it's an old guy. Okay, I see. So this guy has a way of making apples. How did he come up with that? Aliens. It's all the rage right now, kids. Everybody's trying the alien card. And if it sticks, well, Jesus, you got a career. Did you hear what Elizondo did to Bob Salas? Sorry, Robert Salas? Still can't believe Lue Elizondo did Robert Salas dirty like this. It says, what did he do? Hold on. Here it is. This is a... Oh, I remember this. Wait. I'm a little... This is from Robert Salas. Here, let me pull it up. This is a minute ago. Come on. Takes forever sometimes. So it says here is a document I received from the United States Air Force under the FOIA request. It was published in my book, Faded Giant, in 2005. Did Lou give me any credit? It does not mention UFOs, but Colonel Walt Fagel, however you say it, reported to me during a recorded phone call UFOs were reported over missile sites. At the time, all 10 of his missiles were disabled, as noted in that document where the missiles were disabled and then enabled, or you know what I mean. Could you speak here? It says Joe Cadler to Robert Salas. Could you speak at a hearing if they had another one? Yeah, I think you have a lot you could contribute. The issue with Lue, Robert Salas says, has to do with getting out the entire truth. I was there. Oh, wow. I have been speaking. Oh, that's right. Writing and researching the Malmstrom Air Force Base incidents for more than 30 years. I think I deserve recognition as most knowledgeable on it. The doc Lue presented does not give the story, and he gives credit for the doc release to someone else. He is wrong. He needs to be called out. In addition, he admitted still having a security clearance. He would only have that if still working on classified programs. Therefore, he has a conflict of interests with public statements and maybe aiding a disinformation effort as a result. I hope this clarifies my reluctance to be a Lue fan. Thank you! I knew frickin' Robert Salas was my friend on X. I am very happy about that. Because the stigma, as you know I wanted to talk about tonight, isn't going away. Now we've got this bullshit reemerging. See, if you're not in the Lue clan, you're not part of the UFO plan. Thank God. We should thank our blessings we did not have Lue here, there, or anywhere in our lives. And there's a good reason why he didn't want to come here, because he knew he couldn't get away with the bullshit. So what he did, he manipulated people he thought were desperate for attention, desperate to have him on, right? And he took advantage of them, being nice to them, wanting to help Lue get the word out. And meanwhile, he just played us all, played everybody. Every one of us. We don't know who that guy really is. Nobody knows Lue Elizondo in public. You know who knows Lue? Lue. That's it. I don't think his cute little wife knows who he is. No, poor lady. I didn't even know. If she was that cute, I wouldn't have said anything that offensive. It wasn't offensive. How could that be offensive? He's fat. They have sex. She's a pancake after they're done. I don't see what's wrong with that. It's a joke. Get over it. Anyway, better watch it, Lue. Wouldn't that be great? I meet Lue's wife. And the rest is history. Yeah. Sometimes the older man is the better man. Now, Lue's got that pension. Lue's got that $100,000 a year pension, I bet. If he doesn't, he got suckered. If he doesn't, after what he's doing to ufology, being the disinfo guy, that's why I love Robert Salas. He's not afraid to call Lue for what he really is. This is amazing to me. It really is. Good for you. Good for you, bro. I appreciate that. Good for you. Frickin' Lue. Anyway, I wasn't going to be that guy tonight about Lue. I said I was just going to bring the story and keep the emotions, because I have no emotional attachment to Lue other than what he did to ufology as my freaking passionate endeavor to find the truth. He got some guy like him coming in and muddying the waters. I don't really appreciate it.
Robert, I can see you bursting at the seams.
Yeah,
I feel like you got something to say. And real quick,
I came on here and I didn't realize this was the Lue Elizondo show.
It's not the Lue Elizondo show.
As far as I know, I'm the only witness on this show. So, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, he had a good thing going over there at the unidentified celebrity preview, whatever the hell it is. He blew it. You blew it. Just like I blew it. I should have stayed with the AZ UFO show. We'd be millionaires by now. All right. Lue is a liar, cheater, says Green Street. See, it's not me. I'm just agreeing with what they're saying. Well, when you listen to Lue and you read the things about Lue, a lot of things with Lue just aren't jiving. Lue Elizondo has a history of misrepresenting documents in order to push unfounded UFO stories. and he's still talking about being a remote viewer, that it works. You know what? The little nugget that's pinging around in his head that he calls a brain. Why doesn't he go out there and just prove to the world that he can do it? Why doesn't he do that? Just shut us up, Lue. Shut us up. For once and for all, prove one thing. You chicken shit liar. Oh, loser? Lue. Kick the field goal right here. Lue has never proven anything. Have you ever noticed that? Anything at all. Where's that minute, what is that? 53-minute video of the 50 feet away from the cockpit? I can't speak. I'm just full of thought. And it hurts. You know, he really is a disinfo agent when it's all said and done. And if you think about it, they bring the story to light, and what do they say? First thing, it's a threat. And what Lue started to know and learn about UFO world, the ufology of it all, is that people really think that they're talking to them with their minds, right? Telepathic, right? And that they're maybe angels or demons. And then when Lue is now hearing that here in the field after he left TTSA and all that, he's coming to the conclusion that these may be angels or demons, or perceived as these angels or demonic types, and they could be alien or they could be from the earth. God, nobody knows. He hit everything at one time, and we're supposed to believe him? Oh, it could be aliens, or it could be angels, or it could be demons, or they could be from another planet, or they could be from Earth, or they, I don't know. All I know is this is Lue. Cha-ching! 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 And Lue's like, oh, the people are making fun of me and my family and making threats. And oh, who's making the threats? Give me one name. I can't give a name because that's not right. Why? What do you care? If they're making threats, tell us who they are. If I do and people like me, they may go after him, and we can't have any of that going on. Oh, but it's okay for him to say that to you, but you give a name? One name. Who's expendable on that list of people who threatened you and your family? One name. Who's expendable? Bullshit. Sell your story fucking running. Nobody made any threats. Go sell your book to somebody who cares. That boring snooze. I fell asleep 5 times trying to get through that day. I still didn't finish it. I'm on the last 2 chapters. I can't do it. I just can't.
You actually did share new declassified reports with our team, and they detail intelligence on UFOs resembling something like a tic-tac going all the way back to 1947. You had a CIA report from 1953 says Swedish airline pilots encountered a silver or white flying lozenge traveling at high speed.
I think the fact that you have pilots separated by decades, if not generations, reporting the same type of observations, describing the same, what is essence, the same object, a 40-foot long, whether it's a white flying butane tank or a white flying Tic Tac or a white flying lozenge. At the end of the day, they're describing the same thing.
What do you think of this pattern, the similar characteristics over time? What's your thought?
Well, first of all, thank you for doing your homework. I think a lot of media has been lazy about this topic.
If you want to talk poo, you call Lue. The more you know. Do-do-do-do. You want to talk poo, you got to talk Lue. When Lue's talking, bullshit's hawking. All right. So there's so much bull crap. Oh, you want to hear a bull crap answer from Neil deGrasse Tyson? You know, when I heard this, I said, I've got to share this with the world. And that's why this kid asks Neil deGrasse a question about tidal locking and why it happens and why it doesn't. And the answer that deGrasse gives to me doesn't make sense. And this kid did not seem to enjoy the answer either. Refresh.
Our closest star, a red dwarf about 4.25 light years away. One of its planets is habitable, as in it's in the Goldilocks zone, but it's currently locked, can't spin because of the gravity of its star. Why doesn't that happen to Mercury?
If you have a planet or anything that's orbiting close to something else that has strong gravity, tidal forces will slow down its rotation so that it'll only show one face to you. It's called being tidally locked. We have locked the moon. There's a far side of the moon, there's a near side of the moon, but there is no dark side of the moon. Pluto and its moon Charon are close to one another. They have double tidally locked. They show the same face to one another as they move around. Mercury does not, and it's because Mercury feels the gravity of other objects in the solar system, in particular Venus. And when you feel another source of gravity, in addition to that of the sun does not succeed in totally tidally locking the planet. There's a tussle between the two objects.
That's bullshit. Because you've got other planets around. You've got moons around. It doesn't make any sense. Why don't they feel the tug from the other ones? That is such a bullshit answer. Yes, it makes sense if there's nothing else around that could possibly tug on it, but there are other objects. And he didn't say they have to be planets. He said planets and other objects. Didn't like that answer. And that's why he's Neil deGrasse Tyson. The more you know. The more bull. I didn't like that answer. All right, let's see what we got here. Who would like to see a UFO roundtable debate? What is this? Oh, somebody's asking. I can debate three skeptical debunkers. We can debate whether the government is capable of keeping something like this a secret and the appropriate government response to such allegations. What would be the appropriate response to allegations that the government is hiding the discovery of aliens, UFOs, that technology, the whole shebang? and they're not dead. They're all alive, living here amongst us. Well, somewhere. Where, though? I tell you where I think they're really living. You really want to know? I honestly think if there is such a place as inner Earth, or whatever's beyond the frozen tundra wall that blocks us all from getting over there, that's where they're at. They're over there. I like to think they're on the moon. Did you know the moon has been seen for thousands of years, and people have always written about lights on the moon? Weird things on the moon, like clouds. Very strange stuff happens around that moon. I'm telling you, when the lander from Apollo whatever was going to land, and you see that puff of smoke come out of that little poof, right? I don't know about you, but that seemed like there was somebody releasing something into the no atmosphere of the moon. I love the moon. I love the Mars. I love the cosmos. Sign me up. I'd love to go visit them all. But I am just so frustrated. Why can't they just tell us? What is the appropriate response? You're covering up aliens, and you're covering up technology that we could use that could help the entire planet. Look, if there were such a thing, do you think we would want to hide it from you? Let's say we have. This is the appropriate response, and this is how I would do it. Let's just hypothetically, wink, wink, you know what I mean? Hypothetically say we do have aliens in possession, or just here. And let's say they gifted us some technology. I'm not saying that happened. Calm down. But what if they did? Don't you think we would want to use that as a free energy device? They didn't give us that. See? They did. They do exist. I'm kidding. I was testing you. I'm giving you the appropriate response to your question. Are we alone in the universe? And the question has been answered. You can see them with your own eyes. If you look to the moon, you can see it. They're there with your own eyes. All right. What the F is going on here? It says, everyone in the online UFO community should know who Christopher Gray is and the lengths that they've gone to cover up on how he murdered his father. He was a UFO hate group doxing attack dog, constantly worked up and pointed at people who he went against the TTSA narrative. What? Oh, yeah, Christopher Gray. Sure. I remember this. Yeah. Remember this guy? Every big name in the Jack Sarfatti email chain was sent the gross video. Wait. By leaders in his community, and he eventually snapped and murdered his father. Every big name in the Jack Sarfatti email chain was sent the gross video. No one said a thing. No one in this community was allowed to talk about it, and those who did talk about it were doxxed and harassed until they went away. If the Gray murder story got out, his connections to leaders of disclosure and the Bledsoes were seen as a threat to disclosure. That was 2 years ago. And then here's a clip. And it says Moran Lerner speaks on UFO hate group attack dog Christopher Gray and about how Gray murdered his father. I got to tell you, that's kind of interesting. That's interesting. And then they did an AI recreation of what the hate group attack dog of yesteryear said after murdering his father. Countless people have been doxxed, harassed, and threatened to make sure you don't know about it. He then sent this video of him and his bloody dying father to over 100 people on UFO Twitter. He called it a warning to everyone. Let me show you this. You know, this is when I must have been in the middle of our own bullshit going on, because I remember the name, but I don't remember these details like this for some reason. Here, I don't know if he's going to show the video or not, but sending the video of his father bled to death from over 110 stab wounds. Wow, that's anger. What does this say here? Let me open this up. You all right? What happened to you? You hurt yourself? You don't try and kill God. You don't try and kill Jesus. You and your Rothschilds and your Queenie bitch C-word. You're all dead. You're all gonna confess. You're all gonna get effing banished. Justice across the universe, Lady Justice, is going to come and see you very soon. You're all going to come to Falkirk, and you're all going to confess. Those Sinclair C-words are going to learn not to F with time travelers. You all right? What happened to you? Did you hurt yourself? You don't try and kill God.
You all right? What has happened to you?
Right.
Try and kill Jesus. You and your Rothschilds. And your...
Yeah, we get it. We got it. You're all going to confess. You're all going to be banished. Justice across the universe, Lady Justice, got it. Gonna come see you, right. You're all gonna, all right. Everything I just read, got it.
Happened to you? Did you hurt yourself? You don't try and kill God.
Can I just say something? Stupid. I mean, really stupid. I'm not even gonna go on. I mean, it's just dumb. It is dumb. That is dumb. It just seems fake. All right. I know you're sick of it, but we gotta break up this unbelievable momentum we've picked up tonight and get to the good stuff. The UFO videos just are unbelievable lately. And here we've got just strange anomalies that, well, nobody can explain. I got to share it with you, because if I don't do my job, then the job of finding out the truth just gets harder for all of us. From Third Phase of Moon, strange anomalies. And what just happened? Unimaginable. The world can't believe it. It's crazy time.
Worldwide, we need to discuss this and,
dial 911.
Dialogue and awareness. Now,
See?
This is something crazy coming out of China. Did you guys see this? What are we looking at here? I count 7 suns. What planet are we on, Brent? It's not Tatooine, that's for sure. That's a binary system, 2 stars. We're looking at 6 stars, sun, that's projecting itself through the clouds. 7. We're counting 7, excuse me. This is something amazing. When I first saw this, I thought maybe it could have been a prism effect within the lens itself, kind of creating this within the camera, creating the prism of 7 suns. But then we hear people were actually on the ground that saw this with their naked eye. So apparently this is some sort of phenomenon that rarely happens on planet Earth, and I've never seen it in all our years of looking at phenomenon like this. This is something really unique, and it's a one-of-a-kind video. I really like this one.
What I think is really incredible about this is just the fact that it was seen in China. I know this made major headlines in China, and what I think is important with the connection with China is that throughout time, people in China always observe
apparently this is some sort of phenomenon that rarely happens on planet Earth, and I've never seen it in all our years of looking at phenomenon like this. This is something really unique, and it's a one-of-a-kind video. I really like this one.
What I think is really incredible about this is just the fact that it was seen in China. I know this made major headlines in China, and what I think is important with the connection with China is that throughout time, people in China always observed what happened in the sky, and they would make a lot of sort of prophecies about what they were observing in the sky. So I'm sure this is something that, you know, just has people going off in China right now. But, you know, so it's really amazing to me. Also, the fact that, you know, I haven't ever heard of this happening before, not with this many suns. But, you know, I'm wondering how exactly it happened. I guess, you know, apparently it's a prism effect that happened. So, you know, maybe it's something about the way that the sun was shining through the fog or something that day that just hit just the right, correct way. So it's really amazing.
That was funny. Hey, I said something and I don't think it was heard. I said, relax, I'm just having some fun. Don't take it personally. Something like that. Just having fun. Come on. Don't get mad. Look, I'm just stuttering fool lately. All right, I have a nice video here for you. This is from the hoaxing channel World News X. Well, you know, they don't actually hoax them. They just approve everything. They don't even care if it's CGI or made through computers or done with technology. Hold on. Whoa, that is a loud bug. Holy crap, that sounds like a new kind of cicada. It sounds like a cicuda. All right, here we go. Side by side, UFOs, 4 seconds. Okay. All right. What we've got here is failure to prove anything. All right. Boop. What's today? Monday? That's right, I did. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't remember. If you want to help support the show, you know what to do. All the links are in the show's description. Okay. If you like, whoa, calm down, I say. All right, let's move on. We've got a lot of mo to go. All right, this is Lue Elizondo. More. Hey, I knew it was going to be a week of Lue. Didn't I say? I just thought it would be all last week and that was it. But it bled into this week. Tomorrow will be a full week. But tomorrow we're not doing Lue unless there's news like this. I mean, he was on Joe Rogan for a little bit and he did mention some interesting things and had a cool story or two. And whether you believe it or not is up to you. I don't believe everything Lue says when it comes to being helping disclosure. But when it comes to Lue talking about his endeavors, you know, doing remote viewing and shit like that, grain of salt. You know what I mean? Grain of salt. I think he's just trying to fit in. And we've seen that when, I'm not going to mention names. I mean, I'm trying not to be that guy. Dave Scott made up all sorts of shit just to be one of the people. He was able to remote view. He was able to see ghosts, see Bigfoot, everything. He did it all. Nothing on video. I am really the only guy you're going to hear in this entire field that legitimately has UFOs, unidentified triangles, interesting fleets. and some other strange things that are unexplainable. Maybe they have a mundane explanation, but until then, I just don't think anybody can hold a candle to what I did. And I got to get that out there soon before I die, because you never know. So here we go. Let's listen to what personal experience Lue shared on the Joe Rogan Experience. Go.
Share something very, very personal with you. And I know when I say with you, I know it's with everybody else. But, you know, part of my struggle is I can't urge the government to be transparent, and I'm not transparent myself, right? It's hypocritical. So let me share with you a very personal story, because you bring something up that I think is...
Hey. Did he just say I'm not transparent either?
Urge the government to be transparent, and I'm not transparent myself, right?
Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it. He just admitted it. What did he admit? That he's not transparent? We knew that, but he never said it like that. You know, my government, that this is awful. This is really bad. I'm not like am I overthinking this? What does that mean?
Else, but you know, part of my struggle is I can't urge the government to be transparent, and I'm not transparent myself, right?
So that means when you're not transparent, it means you're hiding stuff. You're not 100% honest. You can't tell us everything. Why would anybody believe anything? Anything this guy would say? At this point, this guy is disinformation. As now I'm officially into this with that belief, he is disinfo, and that's it. Because what have I said all along? He hasn't brought us anything. We've never seen anything with his name on it. We don't know where he worked. ATIP, OSAP, who gives a shit? It doesn't matter. It's all old, dead, and buried. Emails, phone calls, it's all gone. It's all been erased. So you know why? You want to know why? So we couldn't find it and say, oh, this guy's an asshole liar. I always knew they just gave this shithead the job just to keep him in government job position. So he doesn't, something happened to this motherfucker. Something happened. And they gave him this role, and I don't understand why. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a guy who's not into UFOs, I'm not a UFO guy, he's a remote viewer for the government? Forget about him, man. This guy is a joke. You can't admit that. You can't. I'm glad he did. Because now I can, that's a load off. Now I've got my validation. That's all I needed to hear. That was it. I'm good with it.
It's hypocritical. So let me share with you a very personal story, because you bring something up that I think is fascinating. I'm a human being, but if for whatever reason I get into a car accident and I lose an arm, I'm still Lue Elizondo, right? In fact, if I lose my legs and all my arms, I'm still Lue. So but my body doesn't define who I am. And my intellect, right? If I suffer a traumatic brain injury, let's say I'm in Afghanistan in a TBI, and my brain is compromised, I'm still Lue. And so what makes Lue?
What makes Lue? Your face! Your face! The thing they can't amputate. Oh, I see Lue's brain. That must be Lue. No, you see his face. It's an identificator. Stupid. Oh, you're having this conversation.
What makes Joe? Well, it's not your physical self, and probably not even your intellectual self. My mother, I was very close to my mother. My mother was incredible human being.
Mama's boy. Man, this guy's got mommy issues too.
And I'll share this story with you and take away with it what you want. I was very young, maybe 2.5, 3 years old. And I remember
lost my
watching a show
virginity
with my mother, one of my very first memories. And in this TV show, I don't remember what show it was, but I remember that a shark had eaten a dog. And I was shocked, my first understanding that what death was. And I looked at my mom. I said, Mom, what just happened? And she said, well, son, the shark ate the dog. I said, what does that mean? She says, well, the dog's not coming back. The dog died. And I said, well, does everything die? She said, well, yes, son, everything dies. I said, well, Mom, you're not going to die. You're Mom, right? You gave me life. She said,
hold on a second, guys. Hold the friggin' knot. Hold on. Either I'm having the most incredible deja vu ever in the history of mankind or my life, or I've heard this story before. This isn't some truth that came from him. This is like from one of those motivational speakers that comes into your office or your platoon, try to pump you up and get you out of depression to make more sales or to kill more people. Whatever your job is, you're going to be better at it if you understand this philosophy that this guy's going to bring in. That's what I'm hearing. I know this story, but I can't finish it, which is weird because I'm trying to. All right, I'm going to back it up, but I just had to say that because anybody else feeling a little familiar with this story? Maybe I'm the remote viewer here. Let me back it up a few.
This TV show, I don't remember what show it was, but I remember that a shark had eaten a dog. And I was shocked. My first understanding that what death was. And I looked at my mom. I said, Mom, what just happened? And she said, well, son, the shark ate the dog.
And then at the end, now remember, he's supposed to be 2.5, 3 years old. Does anybody know any 2.5, 3 years old that are going to say, am I going to die? Because that's how this, am I going to die?
I said, what does that mean? She said, well, the dog's not coming back. The dog died.
Watch.
I said, well, does everything die? She said, well, yes, son, everything dies. I said, well, Mom, you're not going to die. You're Mom, right? You gave me life. She said, no, son, one day I'm going to die. And I remember spending, from that day forward, as God is my witness, I spent every single day of my life knowing one day my mother was going to die.
Right.
And it terrified me. I was very, very close with her.
The way I heard it is praying that my mother wasn't going to die because I would have been alone in my mind. Oh, wow. That came back. See, that is bizarre. Maybe I heard Lue say this story. I'm telling you. Wow.
And one day, that day came. My mother was diagnosed with cancer. And she started, her body started failing. And despite the best efforts, we knew she wasn't going to make it. And, when you love somebody, sometimes it doesn't sound right, but sometimes you deceive them. They want to know they're in a bad state physically and mentally, and you say, am I going to make it? And you say, yeah, of course you're going to make it, right? Knowing full well that there's probably not a good chance you're going to make it.
Do you know what I love about my mom? As much bitching that I do, she's as bluntly honest as me. It's bizarre. Because if I asked my mother, if I was in that situation, I said, am I going to die? She would say, I don't know. You could. It's possible. But she would say something like, she wouldn't lie. And I always struggled with that because I always wanted to know the truth. But I also, who wants to hear bad news when you don't want to hear bad news? But that's why I'm the way I am. That's why you ask me, do I look fat in this to you? And I say, in the hips, yes, but everywhere else, no. Well, so you're saying I'm fat? No, I'm answering your question. This is not for there. Take it off. Bring it back to the store. There, I should have been with you when you bought it. Is that what you want me to say? Come on. Oh, man, it is a tough story. I feel bad for the guy here. I mean, ugh.
And so we're in the hospital, and my mother had at this point been in probably a state of coma for about a week. And it was just me, my wife, and a couple members of the family. Very, very sad moment. And my mother began this process of death called, when someone's going to die, there's something called a death rattle. And it's when the mucus begins in the back of the throat to congeal. And it makes breathing, it can be very unnerving for the people who have to witness this. It's very, very common. It's called a death rattle. It's the body beginning to shut down. And I knew, something told me my mom was going to go very quickly within the next 30 seconds to a minute. So long story short, my mother's body was, at that point, it was a husk, an empty husk. It was broken. Her brain had shut down. And yet, the very moment she passed away, within 5 seconds, I knew it. There was just something weird. Something reached and said, this is it. She's going. And I reached over the bed and I looked at my mom. Her eyes all of a sudden opened up and she looked right at me. And even though her brain had been compromised and wasn't working, her body was nothing anymore. And she was a beautiful woman. She worked for Playboy. She was a beautiful lady, at one time a model. Her body resembled nothing of what she did. She looked at me and she passed. But we communicated. And I knew there was something else at that moment, more to a human being, more than just a body, more than just a brain. There is something that is beyond the physical and even intellectual part of what it means to be human. And I felt it, and everybody in the room felt it. It was undeniable. You can call it a soul, an id, a chi, whatever. You can put a label on it. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it is, but I do know that was the essence of my mother. And the moment she passed, it was this weird feeling because as my mother laid there dead in the bed, it wasn't my mother anymore.
Right.
That essence, whatever made my mother, and you could see.
Oh, that is so bizarre that he's saying that. That's so true. It's like when the light goes out, they're really not there anymore. I saw that when I put my dog down. I said that to myself. I'm like, oh, he's totally gone. I mean, this doesn't feel right. And I opened up the eyes to look at them, and it's an empty husk. I mean, that's a hard way to put it, but Jesus, man, that sucks. But it's really supposed to be a magical transition to the other side. And man, that got me up a little misty inside. I mean, we all have mothers, right? Not everybody has a father. I mean, you were fathered, but donation isn't being a father. But it takes two, and a lot of times people get that one. Can't imagine. I'm very blessed to have both my parents, even to this day. So my mother keeps telling me, you have to get better. She goes, you have to get better. So she knows something I don't know. She's not telling me. That's what I don't like either. She's good at keeping those secrets, just like me. Yep. So I'm trying to get better. I quit vaping just to let everybody know. During the last 10 days, I've gotten sick like 3 times. Went to the hospital twice. I don't think I told you guys about the second one. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But they won't take you in the hospital unless your vitals are screwy or you're continuing to throw up or bleed out or die. Every time I have this experience of throwing up, my vitals, believe it or not, are normal. Even though I'm sweating profusely, I'm not anymore. my hands would be freezing. I'd be freezing from sweating and the cold air conditioning on me and the wet shirt and everything. Soon as the vitals are normal, they send you home. So I'm trying to get admitted into a hospital that will find out what's wrong with me, because 12 hospital visits in a year is just too many. It's not even a year yet. It's only been since what, May last year? Is it? Oh wait. Oh yeah, it's over a year. I'm a little overcooked myself right now. But I quit vaping, right? I don't sweat anymore. I haven't sweat in 2 days. I have more energy than I've ever had in 3 years or more. I'm eating like there's no tomorrow. And still feel something. So I was thinking about the vape and what's in vape. So I asked Michael from Dark Hour Paranormal, we were talking about it, and I go, what makes the juice? Like, what's the liquid made of? And I looked it up, and it's propionate or propanol glycol, which is a sweetener that they used for the vape to make the juice, or it's like a sugar substance, like sweetener type of thing. They also use it to keep food fresh longer. I don't know how, but that's what it said. And this glycol, I'm assuming, now I don't know, but if it's a type of sweetener and I'm a diabetic and I'm vaping that all the time, and it's the same thing. And that was the only thing I never changed for a long extended period of time. There's times where I said I quit. I didn't. I mean, I quit, but then I would cheat here and there. I mean, I was in denial. And then I'd get sick after I vape. So I don't know if like taking the vape in was coagulating in my stomach and building up over time, getting in my intestines like a sugar for a diabetic. Don't you think that might make somebody sick? Well, let me tell you, when I quit for 3 days or something, and then I tested it and it made me sick that night, I said, no way. Come on. Could it be the vape, really? So I quit another 3 days, tested it again, and got sick. Very bad. So a day goes by, and I buy the vape THC cartridges, thinking, oh, it's not the other stuff, but it's still a vape. The liquid they make. Anyway, yeah, I got sick every time I vaped the same day. Within 30 minutes to 3 hours, I was violently sick. So I stopped vaping. It's, I don't know how many days, 4. Haven't been sick and been eating. So since when? No, 3 days again. No, it's, Jesus, I don't know. But I haven't vaped. 4 days. That's what it is. This sucks. But I know. But the reason I tell you that, because a lot of people between the ages of 56 to 58 die of very strange causes. It's the 2 years that the most oddities will kill you. I didn't want to be an oddity that killed me. So I'm stopping the vape. I'm done. And I've been fine. So I don't know if I still have the residual effect in my body. I mean, I'm not sweating. You know what it is? You know what I feel? Anticipation that I'm going to get sick. It sucks. I don't want to tell you what I think. It's just the worst. All right. Anyway, because you never know. And if I do expire, just know this. I didn't do it purposely. I'm telling everybody now. I would never off myself. It'll never happen. As much as I want to see the other side, I won't do it. At least not now. I mean, I don't know about, if I'm going to be in pain 10 years from now. Whatever. All right. Oh, no. There was a video I was going to show you and they took it offline. Let me see if it's here. Oh, wait. No, it's off. I wonder what happened. Oh, wait, let me see if it does play. No. It was a Lue Elizondo was going on the show. And apparently it didn't happen. He must not have shown up. Or something, I don't know. All right. I thought that would have been cool. All right, so people listen to what Lou was talking about, the Colares UFO flap that occurred in northern Brazil in 1977 to early 78, something like that. There were hundreds of documented reports from like every level of Brazilian society you could think of, from the rich to the poor to the poorest to the everywhere. This might be the best documented UFO case ever. And you don't even know about it. Sad. Sad world. Sad. Brutal. All right, I'm going to give you a 3-minute video. This was posted. I got this from Red Panda Koala on X. And this video is part 1 of a series covering the Colares UFO flap that occurred in Brazil. So you're going to get to see pieces of the best documented UFO case in history. In most people's opinions, once they learn the details of this story, there's no way there's anything else that compares. And they keep trying. The Miami, right? Oh, we got invaded. Alien was in the crowd. No. Peru, people are getting attacked. My God, we're getting attacked. And that one guy goes down there. He didn't buy it. It's not real. Aliens on planes, no proof. In the backyards of a kid who names Angel, we don't know. I mean, don't you find that a little suspicious? Nobody ever said that. Oh, in the backyard of a kid named Angel? George Knapp held on to it for 3.5 weeks. What's this world? It's silly world.
A majority of the time when people see a UFO, there is a prosaic explanation. In the rare times when something truly anomalous occurs, the experience is usually witnessed by a few people, with little to no corroborating evidence, and these people would have a difficult time convincing others of their experience. Even rarer are anomalous experiences that occur amongst multiple people within the military, in which the anomalies were
Hey, by the way, you're looking at real UFO footage, I think.
tracked or observed with technology not available to average citizens, and with military testimonies that add a level of credibility to the occurrence. Between 1977 and 1978, the region surrounding Colares, Brazil, experienced a wave of strange UFO sightings that were witnessed by hundreds of people, to the point where the Brazilian military was called out to investigate, with some assistance from the United States. The military investigators would also have their own anomalous experiences with these UFOs and record them in official military documents. The events surrounding the Colares UFO flap are quite remarkable, given the number of civilian and military witnesses, and the fact that there are hundreds of pages of documentation and photographs surrounding the events, many of which were declassified for public consumption. As fascinating as this case is, given all of the corroborating sources, it is also quite disturbing.
William Bridges, 28 months, the member, Meeples, 28. Thank you, William Bridges, still going, he says. Thank you for your support. Appreciate that. Could this be the first time in history?
The UFOs in Colares were not just simply observed flying at a distance, they tormented people. Multiple people would be injured by these UFOs, seemingly on purpose, and a few would die as a result of these UFOs. So, let's look into the events surrounding Colares.
No. Is that Hal Putoff?
As part of this program, we looked at some cases that were really good from Brazil, 77, 78. It was like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. 1,000 pages of documents, all done by the Brazilian Air Force investigative team.
Look at this. Physiological effects, medical injuries, 15 hours of motion film, only 500 photos, 1,000 pages of documents, logs, sketches, and maps, details and statistical information entered into a database designed specifically for ATIP program in 77 and 78. Operation Plate, investigation by Brazilian Air Force.
500 photographs, 15 hours of motion film.
Yeah, I just told him. Oh, yeah, remember that guy? Yeah, this guy got infamous, well, whatever.
Colares, Brazil. Tá? E ficou conhecido na época como chupa-chupa. Mas a Força Aérea precisava saber o que estava realmente acontecendo. O que era isso?
OVNIs é o editor da revista UFO, Ademar Gevaer.
UFO.
Ele mostra as conclusões de um projeto secreto conduzido pela aeronáutica em 77 na Amazônia e batizado.
This is Howard Cosell coming in from UFO News all across the American borders from town to sea to shining sea. We've got UFOs. I love when they say that. UFOs. Hey, Foghorn Leghorn, how you doing? Dan Peters. Bob Perkins and Samakadaki. Hakidori. Jar Jar Binks. Welcome. Welcome. Imminent book. Imminent. If we're lucky, disclosure. We're not alone. What do you think? Hey, Bernie Muro donated $5 through a super duper chat. I appreciate that, Bernie. We got a up and down motion of the speech. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's happening at all, because if it was, I would think I would notice if that was happening. Thank you, Bernie Miro. Always trying to come up with something new for the super chat. Super dono at that. Bernie throwing down the love. Gotcha, bro. Right back at you, Slick. I almost said have a good night. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good night. I didn't smoke anything. All right, I got a funny interview for you here. You're going to love these two. This is good. And all right, I'll play it. What the hell? Here we go. In 6, 4, 2, 1.
Your book title is imminent. Something is about to happen.
The title of your book, it's imminent, which means something is about to happen. What is it? What could it be?
What's about to happen?
What's about to happen? He comes in with the old gentle rose, cuckold, hand on the knee, very, very, hello, just imminent means.
Your book title is imminent. Something is about to happen. What's about to happen?
Well, if we're lucky, disclosure. The realization that the U.S. government is aware that the topic of UAPs is not only valid, but they're real.
The book lays out in vivid detail allegations that the United States military has been running a UAP retrieval and reverse engineering program for years and has even recovered alien bodies.
You know, Lue's book, you know, some people are going to find it entertaining. Some people will find information in there useful for whatever it is their research requires. I found it to be a slap in the face to those of us who were expecting, considering the delay, and according to Lue, it was delayed because the government wanted to keep editing it, I think. Something to that nature, but we're left with nothing. I mean, we knew, I think, everything he told us. And the media doesn't know the wiser. You know, when they're talking about the book, you hear the music, X-Files or whatever, and they're back at it. That stigma is strong. Like you haven't seen in a while. It's back. The stigma isn't going away. But I tell you what is going away, the interest in alien disclosure, UFO disclosure, technology disclosure. It's gone. The media failed. Can't really blame them. But whoever made the decision to go dark and be quiet and not do much while Lue's book is going to make the rounds literally put a cap on ufology for the next 5 years. We're done. We're going to have to search for information, find whistleblowers ourselves, listen to the bring as I talk. Are those what I think they are? Tracy Hines has become a member. Oh. Jeanette gifted 10 GUFON memberships. Wow. The angel of GUFON had extended all the way down to the gift that keeps on giving. The GUFON memberships. We're going to have 3 videos posted this week. That's the goal. Jeanette! Hey, how you doing there, Sethamy? Every day. 2 channels. Yeah, thank you very much for hanging out. Hey, Patronicus was gifted a membership by Jeanette. Enjoy. Robert Redmond's Clip channel was gifted a membership to Truthology for Ufology by Jeanette. Tracy Hines was gifted a membership to GUFON. WAF 007 was gifted a membership. Rebus was gifted a membership by Jeanette. Johnny Ditto was gifted a membership by Jeanette. 13 Hour and Sherlock was gifted a membership by Jeanette. Wilka was gifted a membership by Jeanette. Mind Forked was gifted a membership by Jeanette. Soul Cow Squatcher. Game over. Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you, Jeanette. And everybody use those wisely. That's it for tonight, folks. We're heading on out of here. Hope you enjoyed. Now, I made up a new schedule for me. Monday through Friday, typical fashion, GUFON, 7 p.m. Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, go to Rich Saves America, but GUFON at the same time will be on. Now, what time am I doing Rich Saves America? Good question. I haven't decided. It'll go up tomorrow. I think 4 in the afternoon. Eastern. I don't know. I may just do Tuesday and Saturday. But Sunday will be members for GUFON. I may do Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. But Sunday still. So that's it. That's what I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to be posting shorts to both channels. And every day. Yeah. So, I did 4 more audits today. I've got 12 audits to edit. I'm making one nice video with all the audits I did because you'll find out. Because I had to. Not a lot of action, that's why. So any action I had, I was grateful for. And yeah, it's weird being an auditor. You know what works? Wearing a mask. Well, you have to go to RSA to check it out. But that's it. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget, we do it here every single night, 7 p.m. What was that? And what do we do? Truthology for ufology, and we do it for you. For you. For you. I don't know what you were going to say there, but all right. Enjoy the night. Enjoy the night. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay away from the light. Where does it go to the light? I think I would stay away from the light the first time I died. Because I think if you go into the light, that's another exit into this world. I don't want to come back that quick. I need a break. Oh, they erase your memory. Oh, good. Okay. Thunder in the distance. Alien bless.